That's yeah, how? Wildheart here. Today I will speak about 5 champions that can be flexed to at least 2 roles. Every champion that I will mention today is extremely powerful in current solo queue meta. I'll explain why every single champion that I call is really strong and can be efficient in different roles. Let's get it started. Haha, I tricked you!
Haha!
First, you need to subscribe to my channel so you don't miss new content about League of Legends. I hope you're subbed now, and we can go. What's Flex Pick? Flex Pick is a champion that can be played as 2 or more roles. The strongest part of the Flex Pick is that you usually don't really understand which lane they go before the draft ends. Given this, you can't really counter them, as you might expect them to play one role, but they can end up playing the other. So when you try to counter them, there is a high chance you will get countered later as draft goes, and the laner you got to play against will pick after you. Our list starts with Zac. I'm pretty sure it doesn't surprise you, as Zac has been an outstanding dominator of solo queue ladder for the past 4 months. The main reason why Zac is that strong in current meta is item changes and his ability to survive any lane. Right now Zac can potentially be played on 4 positions: top, jungle, mid and support. As of today, Zac's lowest win rate is 51% in Diamond League on support's position, which is still nuts, as it's more than Nami, Lulu, Renata or Thresh have. For top lane, we pick Grasp and Dyne against tanks or champions who we have hard times laning with. Against bruisers and squishy champions, we pick Conqueror. For core items, you always pick Boots of Lucidity. Second item is Sunfire Cape against AD teams and Demonic Embrace against mixed teams. And the third item is Radiant Virtue. The same item build can be used for Zac top, jungle and mid. The only thing that differs Zac jungle from solo laners is the keystone rune you got to pick Aftershock when jungling. When it comes to Zac support, you need to pick Aftershock or Glacial Augment. 90% of times, you just go Aftershock as it's easier to utilize. Glacial Augment is good on Zac if you are playing against squishy bot lanes and your jungler does damage. So the main idea of Glacial Augment is running it when your jungler can do damage, but without your help they won't reach enemy bot lane as they are immobile, don't have their own CC that guarantees gank to succeed. For example, Viego, Graves, Wukong and Kindred. Taric is the second champion on our list. Taric has been extremely successful among high and top level skill brackets. He has the second highest win rate support from Diamond to Challenger all the way up, only losing to Rel. When we speak about Taric, we usually consider him to be played only as support, right? Hell no! Turns out Taric is a very solid pick for top lane as well. There is a guy called Eddie killing absolutely everyone on the top of Korean Challenger ladder with stunning 69% win rate at this level. For runes, he usually picks PTA as a keystone, activating it in a split second by auto plus any spell combo, as this way you trigger Taric's passive, which makes you do 2 hits immediately. The other rune option is Phase Rush. He only picks Phase Rush in matchups where he can get kited, for example ranged matchups, Rumble and Rengar. Another thing you need to know about this strategy is that you need to always play Ghost TP as Taric in order to land as many stuns as you can in teamfight. Keep in mind that takedowns are prolonging your Ghost. For the item build, you have to pick Corrupting Potion as your first buy. Your core item is Iceborne Gauntlet. Third item is optional and you pick it based on who do you play against. It can be Abyssal Mask, Spirit Visage or Randuin's. For support Taric, I personally prefer getting Catalyst into Radiant Virtue, as Catalyst helps you to maintain high mana and HP level during the laning phase and early skirmishes, and Radiant Virtue is generally a great item. Moving forward, we couldn't skip Gragas. Gragas recently became a popular pick for 3 roles: top, jungle and mid. Gragas is a very consistent laner who excels at sustain during the laning phase due to his passive, which regens him 6.5% of his maximum health every 8 seconds. What's also important is that regardless of the role you play as Gragas, you can both engage and disengage. I'm not really going to give you any build suggestion with Gragas, as I saw people play him with any possible rune and item build configuration. He's also fairly simple once you get used to his Q timers and R. We don't have any AD champion in this chart as of now, so welcome Tristana. This Yordle is an early game powerhouse who is perfectly designed for building up early lead and transitioning it into mid-late game. Tristana can be flexed to 2 roles, which are mid and ADC. Without a doubt, Tristana is the best ADC in the game when it comes to pushing turrets, and that's one of the main sources of our gold income. Basically, we want to push as often as possible to be done without getting punished, so we can get an immense amount of plates. Tristana's strongest power spike is level 3, when she has all 3 spells ready, as before that you might not have enough attack speed to detonate her E. Therefore you can't get reset for your W. When it comes to runes, I'm a big fan of Little Temple Tristana with Domination Secondary, where you pick Taste of Blood and Treasure Hunter to get even more gold when you're ahead. I used to build Kraken Phantom Dancer as core items, but after Infinity Edge buffs I'm leaning towards Kraken AE. You can also consider PTA Gale Force into Collector when you're playing against squishy team comps and enemy team have assassination potential on you. So the concept is very straightforward. Don't lose the lane before for level 3. Once you hit level 3, all in if the matchup afforded. If not, then constantly push the lane so the enemy champion has other things to deal with. Once you destroy the first turret, look to swap lanes with your allies to keep demolishing turrets, as this is the best thing you can do for your team. This way you will snowball not only yourself but everyone else on your team because of the global gold you get by destroying the turrets. And the champion who concludes our video today is the guy who you better not chase. As you might have already guessed, it's Singed. The Mad Chemist has been one of the most successful champions for solo queue over the course of last season. As a Zao Knight Alchemist, you can be a very dangerous enemy to deal with on both top and mid. Singed is an extremely easy champion to pilot and without a doubt is probably one of the easiest champions in the game. There are two key reasons why this champion is that strong on solo queue. The items you build are all strong and meta. Second reason, as I already mentioned, he is extremely simple, so the chance of you failing some spells is much lower than with other champions. When you're playing top lane Singed, you usually run Conqueror, which synergies perfectly with your Poison Trail. As for items, I would recommend you getting Boots of Swiftness, Rod of Ages, followed up by Demonic Embrace. This item build scales super well, provides you with a huge amount of AP and HP, and the regeneration you receive from Eternity passive on Rod of Ages is crazy. The concept of laning is very simple. Not losing means winning, as you outscale almost every single champion on top lane. Mid Singed is an extremely different story from what we used to see him top. For runes you have to pick Predator as a keystone, for secondary rune set you always go Sorcery Tree and pick Celerity plus Water Walking to get as much movement speed as possible. Speaking of items, we got Boost of Swiftness into Allies, which helps you to catch immobile targets on enemy team and force teamfights whenever you want. The second item is Radiant Virtue, as when you play mid lane Singed, you interact with your allies much more and get to teamfight more frequently, so whenever you use your ult, you will be healing everyone around you and become tankier yourself. That's all I got for today. Hope you enjoyed the video and will pick up a champion you like from the list for your own games. If you want to see the second chapter of Flex Picks list, make sure to like this video. Also drop the comment in the section below if you see Flex Picks in your games or if you use Flex Picks yourself and who do you pick. Catch you later.